Software project management. The topic is framework for management and control, collecting the data. Creating framework. Exercising control over a project and ensuring that targets are met is a matter of regular monitoring, finding out what is happening and comparing it with targets. There may be a mismatch between the planned outcome and the actual ones. Replanning may then be needed to bring the project back on target. Alternatively, the target could have to be revised. So monitor progress, evaluate progress, assess possible control actions, select and implement control. Responsibility. The overall responsibility for ensuring satisfactory progress on a project is often the role of project steering committee, project management board and project board. Day-to-day responsibility is on project manager and team leaders. So committee, project manager, team leader. So the concept of reporting hierarchy is illustrated in the above figure. The main lesson here is that the details relating to project progress have to originate with the people actually doing the work and have then to be fed up through the management structure. At each management level, there is going to be some summarizing the commentary before information is passed up to the next level. This means that there is always a danger of information overload as information passes from the many to the few. Assessing progress. Some information used to assess project progress will be collectively routinely, while other information will be triggered by specific events. Assessment is based on information collected at regular intervals. Example, whether a particular report has been delivered or not. Setting checkpoints. Set a series of checkpoints in the activity plan. Checkpoints may be monthly, specific events. Checkpoints. Predetermined times when progress is checked. Event-driven, time-driven. Frequency of reporting. The higher the management level, generally the longer the gaps between checkpoints. Taking snapshots. The frequency of progress reports will depend upon the size and degree of risk of the project. Team leaders may want to assess progress daily, whereas project manager may find weekly or monthly reporting appropriate. In general, the higher level, the less frequent and less detailed the reporting needs to be. At the level of individual developers, however, strong arguments exist for the formal weekly collection of information. If reporting is to be weekly, then it makes sense to have basic units of work that last about a week. Major or project level. Progress reviews will generally take place at particular points during the life cycle of a project, commonly known as review points or control points. A review is any activity in which a work product is distributed to reviewers who examine it and give feedback. Reviews are useful not only for finding and eliminating defects, but also for gaining consensus among the project team, securing approval from stakeholders, by aiding in professional development for team members. Reviews help teams find defects soon after they are injected, making them costless to fix them than they would cost if they were found in test. All work products in the software project should be either reviewed or tested. Software requirement specification, schedules, design documents, code, test plans, test cases, and defect reports should be retrieved. Collecting the data. Manager breaks long activities into more controllable activities of 1 or 2 weeks duration. It is necessary to gather information about partially completed activities and forecasts of how much work is left to be completed. It can be difficult to make such forecasts accurately. Example, counting the number of record specifications or screen layouts produced. In some cases, intermediate products can be used as inactivity milestones. How to deal with partial completions, 99% completion syndrome. Possible solutions, control of products, not activities. Subdivide into lots of sub-activities. Partial completion reporting. Projects have to be delivered on time and within budget, hence the concern with monitoring achievements and costs. Partial completion is where, for example, data is being collected at the end of the week 2 of an activity that should take few weeks. We want to know if it is about 50% completed. Control on products implies the actual examination of intermediate allows us to verify independently and objectively that sub-tasks have been completed. The employee fills the timesheet. Many organizations use standard accounting systems with weekly timesheets to charge staff time to individual jobs. The staff time booked to your project indicates the work carried out and the charges to the project. Weekly timesheets are a valuable source of information about resources used. They are often used to provide information about what has been achieved. This is a timesheet. Red, amber, green reporting, RAG. One popular way of overcoming the objections to partial completion reporting is to avoid for estimated completion dates, but to ask instead of for the team members estimates of the likelihood of meeting the planned target. One way of doing this is the traffic light method. This consists of the following steps. Identify key tasks, first level. Break down into subtasks, second level. Assess each subtask, second level. Green, on target. Amber, not on target but recoverable. Red, not on target and recoverable only with difficulty. Review all the sound level assessments to arrive at first level assessment. Review first and second level assessments to produce an overall assessment. RAG reporting highlights those activities which need particular attention. The status of a troubled activity might typically move from green to amber. If corrective action is possible, it might go back to green. Otherwise, it could switch to red. If there are lots of instances where activities switch directly from green to red, this could indicate more management control. Critical tasks would be those on the critical path and are reliant on critical resources. Activity assessment sheet. Thank you.